My name is Composite Enerjoe, and I'm back after a 3-month-long hiatus. And for the three of you out there that were wondering what happened to me, well, life happened. Things like work and school and everything in between caught up with me, and I had to go, I had to go take care of it. So I ended up putting my reviews on pause for a little while, but now I'm back. So, and as a welcome back, I've decided to review something that up until I found it, I had no idea it existed. And that is the Transformer Cyberverse Crash Combiners, Bisque and Saberhorn. Or Saberhorn and Bisque. And yeah, I had no idea they actually made more Crash Combiners. Till I went to the store and actually found these guys, so I picked them up. So yeah, Saberhorn and Bisque. And, well, these are their alt modes. Bisque in his car mode, and Saberhorn in his Beetle mode, which are all not bad. By Crash Combiner standards, they're pretty decent. And well, Bisque here has 4 actual functioning wheels, so he can roll, and he rolls okay. Saberhorn has nothing. He just looks like a Beetle, which is fine. I mean, in like Crash Combiner fashions, their little connector, their combiner ports are visible, but that's indicative of the Crash Combiner line, so there's nothing I can really do about that. I still would like if there was a better way of them hiding it, especially here on Saberhorn, like, yikes. But yeah, for what it is, it's not bad. They're okay. And, well, I got nothing else to really say about their alt modes. They're okay. Especially for Crash Combiners, they are okay. They are the norm. So, let's get on with transformation. But before Crash Combining, I'm going to do their individual transformations. First, let me start off with Bisque, in which first thing you do is that you push here to get out his feet. You lift up his tiny claws. Get your hand in here to pull this down and flip out his head. And there is a tiny Bisque. And articulation, his arms, his mini claws can go up and down a little bit, and he can stand. That's it for Bisque and his articulation. So let's come over here with Saberhorn, and he's actually a little bit more involved. First, take here, flip that up, flip out, separate, flip down his robot mode legs. Then you come in here and flip up the head, and there we go. This is Saberhorn. Now articulation, you got in and out in the arms, and if you squint in a little bit of in and out in his legs, and they stand. And that's it. Again, pretty standard for Crash Combiners. They're basically just little statues, which are fine. Like, they didn't have to be in there, but it's one of those, I'm glad they gave him individual individual robot modes, but they didn't have to. So now let's get them back into their vehicle modes, into their alt modes, so we can do the main event, which is the Crash Combiner. All right. Okay. So now let's get to the main event, which is them Crash Combining together. So like all Crash Combiners, you just have to follow the arrows and connect them, and boom. Let me lift up the camera because he's now a little taller. Now it's not just that, you also there's also some extra steps here. First you gotta flip this up, separate to get his legs, and then flip this down and up, down and up. And was there an extra thing you could do? No, that's it. And here we have the Crash Combiner Sisk. I'm just messing with you. This is actually called Saberhorn, which makes it, I think, the first and only Crash Combiner whose combiner mode isn't a combination of the two individual characters' names. because this is bisque and Saberhorn, so they could have called it Sisk or Baser, or like Born or Baserhorn or whatever. Instead, they chose Saberclaw, which is the first part of Saberhorn's name and the claws of bisque. Which, well, with articulation on this thing, it's a little bit of up and down, but that's mainly due to transformation. He does have an elbow with an opening and closing claw. And again, if you squint, it's a little bit of in and out of his legs. And that's it. Now, design-wise, it's a pretty cool design. I don't think I ever would have expected these two to pair up, but that's a pretty neat design. Pretty cool. And unfortunately, I don't really have that much else to say. It's just a really nice little design. And the whole, it's sort of the same, it's the same feeling I have with all the Crash Combiners, is that they have neat designs. They're pretty fun. The whole Crash combining thing is pretty fun. But I see them more as great figures for like the little Transformer fans that are either used to rescue bots and maybe want something a little more complicated. Well, you can just give them Crash Combiners, which are super fun. Yeah, these guys are a lot more fun than you would expect, especially the whole combining aspect and their simplified and their simple transformations. But yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I unfortunately, like all other Crash Combiners, I don't have much to say. But Saberhorn finally has a figure, and it's a Crash Combiner with bisque of all things. But yeah, I don't have, like, I'm stretching to see things to say. And I unfortunately do not. So I'm gonna have to end it there. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers, Transformers Cyberverse Crash Combiner Saberclaw, there we go. Saberclaw, which is a combination of Saberhorn and bisque. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.